Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm here back with another video because the schedule is tight these days and we have to catch up. Moldova, it's your time, but before we do that, I want to tell you that if you're a new person on this channel, you have a lot to catch up with. I've been doing this for a while now, and also in the description you can find a link for my Discord server. If you want to join to talk with me in more private settings, you're welcome to do so. Pasha Parfeny, he represented Moldova in 2012 and it's been 11 years already, so time really does fly. And he will perform Soarele in Liverpool. So let's see what kind of party this is, because Moldova is doing only party, I guess. One thing before we start, I don't have high expectations of the staging and of the performance, because I know Moldova doesn't have a budget, so I'm gonna forgive them that. I'm more interested in the song, of course, and in the thinking process of, like, let's see at which point they are with what they really want to achieve. So I'm curious, and let's get started. I like Pasha, so I like the snippet that I've heard before, so yeah, let's dive in. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, this is a very small stage. I remember this being a banger, and this is not the start that I expected. Reminds me of Serbia a little bit because of the singing style, but it's also giving me Prison vibes from 2020, just with repressed vocals. Oh, okay. It looks a bit tribal. Alright. That's unexpected. I don't know where he come from. Okay. Good rhythm in the chorus. I like these shouts in the background. But Pasha, we need to talk about this vocal. We have to talk about the vocal. The build-up is good. And this drop needs to be more powerful. Yeah, much more powerful. It needs to be louder. I think that's possible to achieve in the production with the revamp or something. We have the bridge. So it's a bit repetitive. The energy goes up and down, which is not a bad thing. Alright, so that was Moldova. Let's discuss it a little bit in more detail. So, song. I like this dark, edgy vibe that they're going for, but it's not completely dark as Serbia. It's more ethno slash funky slash fun, but it's still not like a usual banger that we get from Moldova. So I like this combination, and the drop is really good. It's a great instrumental. Their dancing is in sync and with the music and stuff, but that drop needs to be more powerful. I don't know, I find it a bit underwhelming at this point because it's just simply not loud enough. I don't know, maybe that was just my thing, who knows. You can tell me your thoughts in the comments about it, but even though I like the rhythm a lot, I just find it a bit weak, and I'm not sure why it is so. Hopefully they will do a revamp of some sort to elevate that part more, because it's a very important part of the song, and even I'd say performance, so that needs to be redone a little bit. I like the percussion and the rhythm overall, it's really good. It's not as banging as we usually get from Moldova, and it's not on the ethno side. This is more on the modern modern approach, but I'm all in for that, but some things need to be elevated. Pasha, okay, he gets a lot of support from the backing vocalists. I have to say that. Female vocalists, they carry the chorus with him, but maybe a bit too much, while male vocalists are just adding a layer to the rhythm in the background, which is fine, but I want more power from him. Verses are very toned down, very, low register, barely audible, whispery style of singing. Fits the vibe. That is, dark, gloomy, kinda cool, mysterious, etc. Just like I said for the Serbian song, I'm not the biggest fan of that in this context, but with great live performance I can be persuaded. So he has this contrast of those toned down vocals in the verses compared to the chorus, which is more rhythmical. There is much more melody in it, but I expect more from him, vocally at least. Performance, I like the concept. I like this tribal concept. I don't know what the song is about, so maybe it is connected with the lyrics, but I mean, they don't have much to work with here. But I think that what they presented is good starting point for something a bit better at Eurovision. I would say that the choreography that we had was a bit minimalistic, but it was fitting. The person with an instrument during the drop, they showed up, then they disappeared and came back again, and then again disappeared. Pasha had some interaction with that person and stuff. I see the potential in this. I know that Moldova surprises most of the time, so I know this will be elevated, and with a limited budget that is really hard, so they really need to rely on the song and performance, because they cannot rely a lot on staging. And if anyone can do that, I think Pasha can, because of course they're not going for the crazy ethno banger this year. This is more modern, and I think it's gonna pay off in the end, but some things need to be redone. As I said, this is a good starting point. I like the outfits, the styling was good. Pasha didn't change like a lot. I wouldn't say it's been 11 years. So he looks really good. Yeah, vocal needs to be redone a little bit. The drop needs more power, and performance needs a bit more cohesion or some better ideas for the big stage. I would add some props, because if they're going for this tribal theme or whatever the theme is, they can add some really cool props on stage, maybe do something with them, create a scenario, like bring your own staging, you know what I mean, not rely on the LEDs and on all sorts of crazy technology that is available, but yeah, it costs a lot. So if they come up with something unique on stage that they can carry with them, which is not very expensive, for example, let's just remind ourselves of 2018 and how genius that was. And it was super cheap. So it's possible. So I'm hoping that they will grab us visually, that they will draw us into this story, in this concept that they created, and I think it's gonna be fine. Will this qualify? I always want to say Moldova, no, I'm sorry. I don't see you in the final. Every year they're in the final. So will this qualify? Probably. But this time I won't be mad if that happens. Actually, I wasn't mad the years before. I was just surprised and I was like, how did you manage without any budget? But now I've learned my lesson that Moldova can pull off anything. That's why I believe that, because I remember Zdobsis Dub performance in the national selection. That was rough. Like, that was all sorts of rough. And from there we got to there. And the transition is massive. So if this is a starting point, it's looking very good for Moldova. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think people will like this? Do you think juries will like this if this qualifies in the final? And do you like it in the end? Write it all down in the comments. I will gladly reply to you and I'm looking forward to your opinions. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe for more. In the next video, we're gonna analyze Iceland. Until that video, bye.